Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a classroom vlog, summer school edition. So I am teaching summer school and we are in full swing, and I'm going to just take you on a class tour. Now, a lot of the things that are already posted up on the bulletin boards themselves, like the background and the borders, are not mine. Those are untouchable. That's what I was told. So I'm actually in another building. This is not my homeschool. This is not even my classroom. So a lot of the things I didn't want to touch because I know I wouldn't want someone to come and touch things and move things around, or at least to do it as minimally as possible. So I tried to do the same. I just kind of worked with what I had. Thankfully, this classroom had tables and not desks, so setup was really easy. The only thing is that there's not a lot of air in this room, so you'll notice my hair is gonna like puff up as I go on from this video, but really it's just gonna be a classroom tour. I'm gonna show you some of the things that I've set up, some things that I've actually brought over from my old classroom, and this is just my classroom for the summer, all the way up until the end of July. So just a few days. I only brought a few things. I didn't bring a lot. The program that I'm doing is a summer school enrichment program, and they provided a lot of the materials that I'm going to use for math and science because it's going to be math and science heavy. We're going to have a section on information literacy, so I didn't have to bring like my entire classroom library and a lot of things that I would have normally brought over for summer school. Thankfully, I have been able to teach summer school since my first year of teaching, so I feel like each year I'm starting to think about what it is I need, and I don't bring a lot of things like I used to. I used to bring like my whole entire classroom to my summer school class. Okay, not really, but for the most part I'd bring a lot of things. This year I was very minimal, but I still feel like I hit all the important parts and I brought a lot of things that I know I was going to need. So let's go ahead and start with the tour. So this is the entrance to the classroom. I'm only going to point out what's mine, okay? So I'm going to try and give you just a brief overview of what I'm working with, and I apologize for not turning on the light. It's really hot, so I'm trying to keep cool as best as I can. So that's really the space that I'm working with. Okay, so here's the entrance, and upon entrance you're going to see the classroom library, and that chair is not supposed to be there. I used it to prop up those student all about me flags that I put up there, and this, I completely forgot to bring my beach chairs from my car, but they are there, and I'm going to bring them over to put them here to kind of liven up the spot a little bit. And you'll notice the classroom library has a lot of informational textbooks. I have more, so I have like 2 batches that are going to go in here. I'm going to rotate them each week. And then over here I have my table teams data poster, and you can see that this is just the first day. I only have 3 table groups, so this is our progress so far. Over here I have my math books. So here's the math bucket, and again I also have 2 more batches of books, so I'm going to be rotating them about each week. And then I have just this section of more informational text magazines and the old mini page articles. I love those. I used to love them when I was little, and thankfully I have a few more that some teachers were kind enough to share. You'll notice up here I already posted the flags that we worked on. So it was the first day of school today, so we worked on these, we personalized them, and it just asks them some basic information, and they mounted them on construction paper, and now they're up. Over here to the side I created a quick classroom jobs poster. I have another one that's fancier in my original classroom, but this is going to work for now. Tomorrow they're going to get their jobs. We're going to talk about what each job is, what each job entails, and I will assign jobs. Everyone else who doesn't have a job is on vacation. That's what I tell them anyway. Toward the bottom, bear with me because I know the screen is shaking, I have my workstations table. So in these buckets I have all kinds of games, Some of them are differentiated. I'm working on those right now to differentiate most of my centers. This game is awesome. This game, it says Cakewalk Rounding. This one is from Classroom Game Knock, and it's an awesome game for, I would say mostly for a whole group. If you put some music on, it's going to be really fun. It really helps the students round to the nearest 10, to the nearest hundreds. It's a really good practice, I guess I should say. But with music, the kids really love it. I like to play, what do you call it? It's like musical chairs, except they don't sit down. They just walk around. This is my miscellaneous table. I couldn't really figure out what to do with this table. But I'm thinking it can just be like a group work table. If there's like a group of students that are doing really good, they can come here and just use all the materials that are here. But really, I just had no clue what to do with it. So, okay, I'll walk you over to this side. So this shelf was already in here. So I just decided to put my very few math manipulatives here because unfortunately, we can't use the manipulatives that belong to the school. And I don't really have a lot, but thankfully I have something that my kids can work with. So that's the manipulatives shelf. And then here, it's interestingly enough, is my guided table. I'm really used to having a kidney table. I've never worked with a hexagon table before for guided groups. So it should be interesting. I don't see why it should be really different other than where kids are positioned. But should be interesting. And then up here I have my flip chart. So this is the morning routines flip chart that I will have every single morning, and it tells the kids what it is they're supposed to do. And I don't think you can really see it that well, so let me bring you over to my teacher desk, which is over here. Not my favorite. This is not my regular workspace. I just worked with what I had. I don't really have a big space like this. It's actually smaller. And I feel like it's more organized, but it is what it is, you know. So here, oh my goodness, I'm trying not to turn this off. Okay, so I'm on my iPad, guys. I'm really sorry if it's really shaky. So anyway, the first thing they do is they greet the teacher and they say good morning. And they know that I wait for them outside of my classroom door with a handshake. We practiced that this morning. Get your materials ready. Be silent. Listen to announcements and messages. And then next, if they follow the arrow, it says sharpen pencils now, not later. I'm going to take this opportunity to share one of my golden rules. This is from me to you. I always tell my students to have their pencils sharpened in the morning. Have 2 or 3 sharpened pencils. If you have a mechanical pencil, make sure the eraser is there. Make sure it has lead, and have some backup pencils, because I don't do pencils in the middle of the day. If you say pencils to me in the middle of the day, no thank you. Just don't. Pencils are the bane of my existence. So I always tell them to prepare pencils in the morning, because during instruction time, I don't want to hear about pencils. There's so many pencils. Let's figure that out and worry about it in the morning, not during the day, because there's so much to cover during the day, and pencils is not one of them. So that's just one tip from me to you. Take care of them in the morning. And then the last thing that they're going to do is to start on their warm-up activity. And in white, it says, you know, it emphasizes to be silent and to stay on task, because the morning is really one of those important times for announcements and special messages. So you really want to make sure that the kids are listening. And this I'm taking home. These are the character core values that I brought over from my school. These are the 6 pillars of character that we follow. And this is my, I guess we could say, my command center for things that we're going to do today. So we did 2 of the things that are here. I'm going to have to switch them out tomorrow morning because I'm actually heading out right now. The rest of this space is really not mine to deal with. Actually, I almost forgot. So these are the tables that I was talking about. So it was really easy setup. I just set up 4 tables and the chairs that are around. Each table, let me walk you over to this table. Each table has a different colored basket that matches that the table team data chart that I have. And in each basket you'll find crayons, pencils. I have had those baskets for ever since I started summer school, and I've just been reusing them ever since. They've lasted for about 6 years, so I just use them, but they're not the ones that I typically use during the school year. So I think that's all I wanted to show you today. I'm really excited for summer school. I really like it because I don't want to say it's laid back, because there's still a lot of important things to do, but for some reason I just find like I'm not as stressed out. You know, I'm still well planned. If you looked at my command center, I have my planner laid out. I can actually walk you through it right now. So I'm well planned. I have all my copies ready for, you know, for groups, for whole group. But there's just something about it that's just more relaxed. Like I don't feel so tense. And I really, really try to make the most of summer school, because you only see the kids for 19 days, and you know, it's still enough time to try and make a difference for kids that really need you. So this is what my planner looks like. So you'll notice that I'm pretty much planned out for the whole week. This is just like a to-do list, I'm sorry. But I have everything that I'm gonna do for the rest of the week. Up there, my objectives are already written on flip charts, so I don't write those on my planner. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm really excited. I just hope they fix my air conditioning situation in here, because the humidity is really killing me right now. It's like, look at this. Look at this. So anyway, enough about that. Thank you so much for staying tuned and watching this classroom tour. I have a Target mini haul that's getting ready to be uploaded as well, so hang in there for that. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.